Thank you for watching this presentation of Rust Belt Diecast Racing. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Sky Drop here at Rust Belt Raceway Park. And today, of course, we'll be starting our stock racing series. This was a mail-in series, so let's meet the racers in Group A. There's Myrtle Bischoff driving the Big Daddy Caddy and the Solar Flare of David Burrill Jr. Next up, we have Tooth Fairy in the GTO. And then One-Eyed Willie driving Salty Snapper. And there's Sinister, driven by Jim Bowser. Potsy Atwood will be driving Silver Streak. And there's the Queen's Panel, driven by Tatiana. And last to round out the field is the Gremlin of Tobias Kodachrome. Over here you can see on Hot Wheels Hill a little bit of disassembly, and the crews are working hard to set up the sledding hill, and that will be the next course that we will move on to for the kids race series, and also the stock race and the lightweight. So here's all the kids cars. Thank you so much again for everybody who sent some in. Let's get to racing. First up, we have Tobias Kodachrome in the Gremlin and Myrtle Bischoff in the Big Daddy Caddy. Good drop for Bischoff, and she takes the first one. You can see here she had a good lead, but still a pretty close race, surprisingly, even with that big lead. And on the Parabola Cam, everyone loves the Parabola Cam, Tobias Kodachrome actually almost caught up to her there. It's crazy. So let's put him up at the top again and get him going. And it looks like Bischoff's going to win that time from the inside and take the series to move on in Group A. So you can see that time a much more decisive win from Bischoff, as she had the strength coming off the Parabola to really push it. It looked like Kodachrome got a little sideways there too. So moving on, next we have David Burrill Jr. in the Solar Flare and Tatiana in Queen's Panel. Oh, that's gonna be Solar Flare finishing first. Pretty evenly matched win there. Close race. You can see it on the Parabola Cam. Nose to nose coming through, and he just edged her out. So back up at the top of the hill, we got him coming down again. What just happened there? That was wow, look at this finish. So it looks like we had Burrill just come across on his own, but you can see here when we go to the Parabola Cam, you see Tatiana had that drop and just went a little sideways and looped over and smashed into our Parabola Cam. So David Burrill Jr. will be moving on. Next up at the top of the hill, we have the Tooth Fairy driving that GTO and Potsy Atwood in the Silver Streak. So let's drop them down and see how they do. And that looks like, oh, it looked like Potsy jumped the line into the other lane. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, that buffalo is in the way. We gotta move. Frank, we gotta move the buffalo. You mean that's not your job? All right, we'll take care of that, folks. But you can see here, Tatiana actually got a little loose and jumped the line, just getting ahead of Tooth Fairy in the wrong lane. Let's take a slow-mo here at the finish line, and you can see where Potsy Atwood just got a little bit in front of him there in his own lane and won. So we'll put him back up at the top of the hill. It looks like Potsy takes it there again, but a nice clean run this time. Let's go to the finish line cam. As you can see, a nice clean run. Very close race though. We had the Tooth Fairy was right on her tail. Let's go to the Parabola Cam here, where you can see she parabolized it. Just past our Parabola Cam is where she won. So now to round out the field of 8 and bring us into the final 4, we're going to have One-Eyed Willie in the Salty Snapper and Jim Bowser in Sinister. So let's drop them down and see how they do. That's going to be Bowser and Sinister taking the first one with a nice clean run, but you see that The salty snapper got a little salty coming down and almost jumped into the lane. We got a lot of lane jumping going on today. So let's put them back up at the top of the hill and see if they can do any better this time. Oh, whoa! Looks like Bowser rolled across the lane. The sky drop has been brutal. Let's see this. Let's see what he does here. So it looks like he jumped off. Oh, and he just kissed the Tooth Fairy, who was sitting there on the sidelines minding his own business. Slow motion finish line. You can see Bowser rolled over the lane and crossed right in front of One-Eyed Willie. Let's see Tooth Fairy get his teeth taken out. Ding! Gotta head to the dentist there, Tooth Fairy. Hey, you're missing something over here, buddy. So that was interesting. Let's get into the semifinals. We're going to have the Silver Streak of Potsy Atwood and Myrtle Bischoff in the Big Daddy Caddy. Whoa, looks like Potsy got a little sideways again. She's having a heck of a time on this track. And Bischoff crosses the line first. You can see Atwood had a great drop, but the parabola, she bounced a little bit, and Myrtle Bischoff just pushed right through her. So let's take him down again. Oh, that time decisively Bischoff. That was by a few car lengths. Let's go to the finish line cam to see that. Yeah, just a few car lengths. That thing is fast. That Big Daddy Caddy is a quick little bugger. You can see on the parabola cam, she just got a better drop on her. So Potsy Atwood will be eliminated. So now the second semifinal for a shot at the championship against Myrtle Bischoff. We're going to have Jim Bowser and David Burrill Jr. Good drop for both cars, and that's going to be Burrill Jr. taking that one in the solar flare. Look at how close this was. You can see as they pass the parabola cam, that was neck and neck. It does not get any closer than that, and I love seeing these Final Four races. Drop him again, and Burrill will finish him off. I'll tell you, once you get to the Final Four, you got the fastest of the fast, and those are some close races. Again, on the parabola cam, you can see how close that race was. No parabola effect advantage for either one. So here's your championship race. We will have Myrtle Bischoff in the Big Daddy Caddy and David Burrill Jr. in Solar Flare. First drop goes to Bischoff. Look at that, another very close race. This is what Final Four racing, championship racing is all about here at the Skydrop. You're gonna get really close races. As you can see on the parabola cam, Bischoff actually had the better drop, and Burrill Jr. almost came back. So let's send him down again. Oh, Bischoff very decisively. She's doing great on that inside lane. Look at Myrtle Bischoff, beat by 2 car lengths there. Go back to the parabola cam, and that is the final. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that drop. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. Nice smooth transition through the parabola. Congratulations, Myrtle Bischoff and the Big Daddy Caddy. You are the Group A Stock Race Champion. Stay tuned for Group B coming up shortly.